Hello everyone, I'm Dustin Benzel and welcome to a special video. Questions that are asked of me that I answer. Now I don't have enough subscribers for people to ask me questions of what they want me to answer or whatever, but so what I've got here is I've got this handy dandy particular conversation topic generator where I will generate another random topic and I will talk about that. Sounds pretty neat. Now, this is my second time doing this. I tried doing this before, but the website broke. Hopefully it won't break during this, so let's get into this so I can answer questions, basically. What is your favorite hangout spot? Huh. If we're not counting my room, I would say probably either in my broken Lincoln or in this particular shed. If it's not in the vicinity of the house, then there really isn't anywhere I like to go. I mean, on occasion I will go to the park that's nearby that I can walk to, you know. If I have like no money whatsoever, I'll probably go to the park and just sit down and relax, and hopefully there'll be a nice cool breeze blowing on me. But otherwise, I'm pretty boring. I don't really get out of the house because I don't really have the opportunity. So, next question. What is the worst movie that you've ever seen? I'm not going to say to anyone out there who actually liked the movie, but when I saw it, it was a horrible kids movie ever. It was the worst. Now, the reason why I'm not going to like call out any like college-made budget films that you might be able to find somewhere and watch them, like, I don't know, Attack of the Chicken or something. I don't know. But there was well, I can't remember it. It was like it was like a horrible uh Uh, well, let's just. I really don't know what the worst movie I've ever seen. There was one movie that I was thinking that was kind of a kids movie that was like a really horrible knockoff of like Power Rangers, and looking back, Power Rangers was not really all that interesting because it was incredibly short for whatever reason. But I don't know. Of the most recent movies that I've probably seen in the last 5, 10 years or whatever, I would say probably the worst movie that I've ever had to sit through and watch, and this is no put down on Adam Sandler, but it was Jack and Jill. I just, in comparison to Eddie Murphy's A Thousand Words or Less or whatever, Jack and Jill was a lot worse. I will admit there was a couple of funny moments, especially with that Mexican grandmother thing or person, but mostly it was kind of intolerable for me to watch. You know, I was like, oh, just in the movie already. I don't know. I think it's primarily because Adam Sandler does not really work as a female, but you know, whatever. But that wasn't necessarily the worst movie I've ever seen. It's the only one that comes to mind at this moment. So let's go on to the next question. What is your first memory? Oh, what the hell? I don't know. I remember swimming, a loud heartbeat, and then a bright light, and someone wearing a white mask over their face. Oh, at least I think that was a memory. I'm kidding. I don't even remember what my first memory is. I can't even think that. I don't know if it was my earliest or first memory, but I do remember the time where I almost lost a middle finger because I was being a moron. Well, I was a little kid, mind you, but I was still being a moron about it. And basically, I was outside and I was drinking from a glass cup, little itty bitty glass cup or whatever, and then it just broke, and I was like, uh-oh, glass broke. But my mom or whatever was somewhere in the house far away, and so I decided, well, I couldn't leave a mess there. Well, I wasn't exactly an adult thinking, I gotta clean this mess up. Let's see, I'm gonna get a broom and sweep it up. No, no, I was like a little kid mind. It was like, I made a mess, I gotta clean it up because something bad could happen. So, what did my stupid little kid brain do? I decided to pick a large piece of glass and I squeezed it really hard and it hurt. It's like, it hurt, so I think I squeezed it harder, and it hurt even more, and it hurt so badly that I remember going to the hospital. I don't remember what it looked like really. I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in my place that I live. I just don't remember if it still exists or exists as it did, and because it's been like 20 years probably since this happened. So then I remember my hand, there was a yellow, I think it was a yellow towel underneath my hand. There was like blood all over, and it looked like my middle finger was about to just come off, and I was going to lose a middle finger, so that I wouldn't be able to flip anyone off or whatever. But anyway, um, so um, so then there was then I think I remember going into some sort of little area and they were trying to put stitches on, and I don't, it's very fuzzy, but that's what I remember. I could be wrong. There could be some little details that I misremembered, but yeah. So yeah, if you were to ever see me in person, you would see like little stitches or whatever, and then over here I have a little stitch here that's kind of in the shape of my zodiac sign, which is a Taurus, so which is really kind of cool. So yeah, I don't know if that's the first memory, but that's the first memory that I can think of that I can really remember very well. But yeah, I could have been like 3 or 4 at that particular time, so maybe more than 20 years. 27 now, so I don't know, but that one's got to be an early memory because as far as I remember, I've always had this scar on my hand, and I remember how it happened. So anyway, next question. Do I like to cook? Technically yes, and technically no. If I lived alone and I had the resources, it would be fun just creating these weird concoctions of things or whatever. But I don't have the luxury to do that, and I have to be careful. And so when I have to basically cook for lunch, because there's nothing else to eat, so I have to cook pizza or mac and cheese, it's not really that much fun, but I guess overall I technically do like to cook. Just depends entirely on the circumstances. What is something new that you've learned in the past week? Jeez, I don't know. Um, that I don't know if this really counts, but well, in terms of other people on YouTube, like gamers and stuff, I realized that a lot of the developers are really cool games that cost a lot of money, put like to shout out certain YouTubers that play their games, and so well, I kind of already knew that, but I mean, when you like spend like at least $20 or more on a game, it's kind of surprising to see all these mentions of other YouTubers that I actually know. For example, recently Jacksepticeye was playing Subnautica or whatever, and he mentioned that there was a screenshot where the developers added a power upgrade cell or whatever for one of the vehicles within Subnautica, and it actually said his name. So yeah, that's I. I guess I didn't really know that. I mean, I know that people make games for other YouTubers, uh, and there may be some small shout outs to the YouTubers that play their games, such as adding their video to a particular site or whatever, like Five Nights at Foof Boys, for example, or Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever. I think there's a video of Markiplier playing it on there or whatever the case is. So I know about that, but I don't think I've ever seen a pricey game that's $20 or more actually adding or mentioning other YouTubers that have played the games. It's really cool to see something like that. Who knows? Maybe it could happen to me one day. D-Man Dustin emblem somewhere. Dustin Benzel. Whatever, you know. If you were stuck on a desert island, who would you want to have with you? A robot capable of manipulating matter into other things so I could never die. No, just kidding. Oh, man. See, if I was forced to choose a celebrity and I had to choose one that had a particular circumstances or whatever, I'd probably choose Britney Spears. But then I can't help but think how probably boring that might be. Well, not boring, but I don't think it would be beneficial to me to have Britney Spears with me. So I don't know. Just as a joke, I should choose Tom Hanks. No, it was a movie. It wasn't real. But I don't know. Oh, on a desert island. Well, if I was going to die in this desert island, yeah, probably Britney Spears. But if I was supposed to live and continue on, I'd probably choose someone that might have been a little bit more useful. I don't know what Britney Spears is really going to offer me on a desert island, except... Anyway, next question. How often do you use your phone? In what way? I use my phone a lot to tell what time it is. Oh, it's 4:50. Gotta get going, or whatever it is. I use it for my alarm and stuff. I have a smartphone. It's really cool. But to call anyone, I barely use it for that feature at all because I have like no life whatsoever. You know, I barely have friends as it is that would actually call me and stuff. And even if I do have friends that call me, they call me so seldomly that the phone is basically just for emergencies and family probably and other things of that nature. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Probably pizza. I think technically pizza is my favorite food of all kinds, but you know, I love white sauce pasta and just thinking of a whole bunch of angel hair with Alfredo sauce. That would be really good. But I think I would just choose pizza because pizza is one of those weird things that I just never get bored of. I mean, a lot of people, I think in my dad and my dad's girlfriend, I think they get tired of pizza a lot or whatever if they eat too much. But me, I could eat pizza a lot, you know. I could eat it every single day, basically. Eventually, I would get sick and tired of it. But yeah, I think if I was forced to choose only one type of food, it would be pizza. What kind of pizza? I don't really care as long as it has sausage. That's my favorite pizza topping is sausage. That type of sausage is just delicious. So anyway, especially if it's one of those fancy pizza delivery sausage things or whatever. Well, actually, no, I think that was actually some sort of beef or whatever, but it was really good regardless of whatever it was. But sausage, yeah, sausage. What is the longest that you've done without doing laundry? Oh my. I admit I'm not the most hygienic person, but that's only because I don't exactly have the opportunity to. I don't have the luxury to take a shower every day due to lack of clothes, lack of time, or basically the ability to, because I can only do it at certain times of the day and in certain circumstances. So technically it's 2 to 3 weeks I've gone without laundry. I don't like that though. But I think that's the longest though. Most of the time it's basically a week because that's how much clothes I have is basically a week, 3 days or whatever, or even more than that. But yeah, I think without ever doing any laundry, I think the longest was 2 to 3. But it's mostly just once a week that I do laundry anyway or whatever, so not too bad. Are you an indoor or outdoor person? Well, I would be an outdoor person if I could get some privacy in regards to other humans and animals and insects and pests and all sorts of things, because the outdoor is really nice because when you're talking about indoors, a lot of times indoors get stuffy. That's why even like in winter I have my windows open and I just curl up and stuff. It's because my room gets too stuffy sometimes. So, but outdoors are evil a lot of the times because of insects, pests, other humans and stuff. So indoors is, if you're going for privacy, I would choose something indoors, but if you don't mind things bothering you, then I would say an outdoor person. So it's kind of both depending on the circumstances. Have you ever been in any YouTube videos? Outside of the YouTube videos that I have made, the answer would be no. Now, if my dad still has his particular video uploaded on YouTube, then you'll hear my voice when my dad throttled the whatever and made the car go really fast from a slow position, causing that queasy feeling. As I say, whoa, don't do that or something. But outside of that, outside of my own YouTube channel, I have not been in any videos. I would like to be in other YouTube videos because that would be kind of cool. Have my appearance there, you know, being like in a Smosh video, maybe as a cameo appearance, or well, not a cameo, but an extra, or I don't know, whatever, but I don't exactly have the luxury of that. Of course, no one really likes me anyway, that no one bothers to get to know me, so I'm kind of stuck. But anyway, yeah, just my YouTube videos. Have I ever been in anything? Although, it's entirely possible that there may be a video on YouTube where I actually do appear and I don't know anything about it. So if you've seen me in other videos that is not this channel that you're watching right now, give me a link to the description below. Put a link in the comment section below so I can go check out this particular video, because I would be interested to see if I'm somewhere else. But make sure it's me, because if it's not me and it's just someone who looks a lot like me, I'm kind of going to be annoyed by it. But no, I'll laugh because you actually thought that was me. But anyway, moving on. What is the first thing you think of in the morning? No, I don't want to wake up. Stupid alarm. Damn it. Why? I want to sleep. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think of in the first morning. Did that one. Do you prefer to take baths or showers? I prefer to take a combination of both, and that is what I call a bath shower, or a shabath, or a bath hour, or whatever. Basically what it is it's basically a shower, you just lay down. It's basically a shower you lay down, but yeah, anyway, so what you do is you just like lay down in the bathtub or whatever, and you grab your little water pressure wand or whatever with water coming down, and then you just spray it all over, and then you just relax, you know. It's like the relaxation of a bath, kind of, but just not have the tub be filled full of water in case you fall asleep or whatever. And sometimes it's really nice just to have that water hitting you in the body area or whatever. So, woo! That's my answer to that question. If you knew that you only had 1 year left to live, what would you do? Probably nothing. Probably do the same things. If I had an exciting life, maybe I'd do something, but even if I had 1 year left to live, I would still make videos that I could try to upload. Hopefully people would be generous enough to let me go eat whatever I want, you know, go to mini buffets or whatever. You know, I would love to like go to like other places, meet celebrities. You know, just do something exciting for once in my life. You know, that's not at my house. That's not at my house. But you know, honestly, for this to be my decision or whatever, and it was something that I had to choose to do, and no one else could like surprise me or make the effort of making it so my last year to live would be exciting, I just wouldn't really care to do anything exciting. Just play video games and wish something exciting happened would probably pretty much be it. Is it harder to exercise more or eat healthier? Um, for me, I think it would be harder to exercise more rather than eat healthier. I mean, that's a stupid question. I don't really care to answer really, but I think technically it would be easier for me to eat healthier. Basically, I wouldn't want to choose to eat healthier. Exercising is just a little bit too difficult for me. Well, aside from the fact that I'm fat and out of shape and everything, it's just that whenever I do move around a lot and exercise, I just get no benefit. I'm someone when it comes to exercise, I need lots of gain in a short period of time, or otherwise it's just not worth it. Especially since I have body limitations as it is that are outside of my control, such as a right wrist problems that prevent me from being able to lift a lot of weights because lifting just 20 pounds just shreds my wrist power basically a lot, and so and I am right-handed, so and I can't do a lot of the things I would like to do with my right arm and right hand, but you know, I get by. But yeah, I think it would be easier for me to eat healthier. So to answer the question, probably exercise more. If you were the opposite gender for one day, what would you do? If I was kind of like Markiplier Jacksepticeye, I'd probably get a little raunchy at this particular moment. But you know, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, if I'm thinking of naughty, raunchy things, then I can think of a lot of things to do. But I honestly don't know what I would do from a non-sexual perspective. I really don't know what I'd do. I, 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 wow. Let's see. No, I really can't think of anything that would be appropriate to answer that question with. Jeez. I, I don't know. Uh, see my body limitations, I guess. That's the best that I could come up with. You know, if I were to be a girl, would my body limitations be different? Would I have more energy trying to do something rather than others? Would there be certain things that I would suddenly like that I didn't like before? Probably that, but otherwise I cannot think of anything appropriate to say. Would you rather be the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team? Hmm. If I was the best player on a horrible team, then that would mean that I would be the MVP of that team. If I was the worst player on a great team, I'd be sitting on a bench all the whole flipping time. Uh, mm, if it didn't matter, if it didn't matter if I was the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team, and that based on that I would basically get the same benefits, just maybe in a different way. Like if I was the worst player on a great team, maybe I would still get be with some hot girls or whatever. Then I'd probably be okay with that, because then I could sit on the bench and not do anything or whatever, and all the team members can just do whatever they want or whatever. But probably I would probably prefer that. But hey, if I could get hot girls being the best player on a horrible team, I'd be okay with that too. But I guess it depends whether or not people would appreciate me more if I was the best player on a horrible team or the worst player on a great team. Depends. I would choose the one that would definitely get me some more respect and whatever. So based on this, probably would be the best player. But anyway, like I said, blah 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 blah. What is your least favorite part of the day? Any day where I don't get to just do what I like, and that's make videos. Any part of the day that I can make videos is fantastic. But pretty much, I think, in the early part of the day, the morning, because if my dad has to go to work, that means I'm stuck having to do things that I wouldn't ordinarily have to do if he was there that day. So yeah, morning. Probably prefer the afternoon and evening, to be honest with you. Are you clean or messy? Technically messy. I don't like to be messy. It's just that I just don't really have the care in the world to actually be clean. I don't think I can ever be a clean freak, but probably if I had my own house, my own apartment, or whatever, um, and it was just me, and my channel was a hit that I could actually make money, so I can actually improve the channel more. Then probably I would probably be a lot cleaner than messy, because then it would be my choice to clean up stuff. See, the only reason why I would clean up now is because I'm forced to, but what I really like to do is clean when I have that choice and it's my choice and I'm not being forced. So I like to clean when I'm basically alone in the house, that no one's bothering me or whatever. I can just clean and just move on. So yeah, right now I am messy, but I probably would be cleaner if I was on my own. If you were given 3 wishes, what would you wish for? One would be to have an amazing superhuman ability. That will be for a different question, if that one ever pops up, or a different video. Let's see. Probably wish for $500 million, so I could do whatever I want with that money and buy my own house and buy my own food and just make videos all day for other people. And then the third wish would probably be another superhuman ability. What? Oh, did you want my wishes to benefit other people? I'm sorry, but I don't think that would be really. I mean, if the circumstances were to allow, then I probably would waste one of the wishes on another human being, but considering my position right now, I don't exactly have the really energy, or I can't exactly put effort into thinking of other people when I'm not exactly in a very stable position, so to speak, or whatever. So let's move on. What is your favorite smell? I don't know. Popcorn, just because it's so recognizable and so enticing. But see, the thing is, I'm very sensitive when it comes to smell. Even if it's a very good, delightful smell, if a smell is too strong, it causes me to gag and vomit. So you can kind of imagine what kind of happens when I have to breathe in dog poop. Oh man, ugh. Just nasty smell. But probably popcorn would probably be my favorite smell. But but that's from a distance, you know, popcorn from a distance. When it just hits your nose, you're like, oh, that's popcorn. That is so popcorn. Oh, that's so. Oh, I want some of that. But otherwise, it's probably chocolate ice cream. Some sort of chocolate ice cream probably would be another favorite smell. But I don't really care about smells all that much. What was the last book you read? I think it was a Goosebump, or not a Goosebump, but an R.L. Stine horror book. I think was technically the last book that I ever read. I think it was, I don't know, one of those nightmare horror things that R.L. Stine made or whatever. But, you know, I wish I had all the Goosebumps and all the R.L. Stine horror books, you know, because that would be so cool to just read them all. I mean, he may not be the best horror writer ever. Not that I could ever think of anyone who would be a personal. But I know I just like reading those stories because it's just so interesting to read, even if they're pretty basic and just for kids in general or teenagers or whatever. So, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? Get it on with some lucky girls. Just kidding. um, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? What do you mean? I could never fail at doing some particular task, like making money? I can't fail making money. No, hmm. Well, I wouldn't want to choose something where the question would basically turn me into the best of something. So I'm not going to choose something like pool, like billiards or something, because that question would probably make it seem like I'm the best pool player, and I don't want to choose something like that. So, um, even though it probably fit that, how about imitating? That would be cool. Imitate. Oh, well, okay, maybe not. Maybe imitating is a little too strong here. Uh, Building things. Whatever I want to build, yeah, probably building things. So, like, if I had a computer and I wanted to build a very nice gaming computer with just the limited amount of parts, and it somehow ended up being able to play Dying Light with no lag, even when you're recording a video. Oh yeah, building, building. I'd probably choose building. What is the one thing that you would like to change about the world? Man, I don't know. Probably something that would make the world more exciting because there's just nothing that exciting in this world. I mean, if I could, I would play games all day long and record and edit and upload them to YouTube so people can watch my experiences. But it's not all exciting enough for me to actually change anything about it. Oh, I'd like to change me playing all the games whenever it comes out, regardless of what it is, being able to upload it on YouTube and make money off of it or something of that nature, you know. But probably I would probably want to change and add magical energies to the world that humans could harness and do crazy things with, giving humans superhuman abilities. Now, I'm not saying that it needs to be magic, but just a certain type of magical energy that can be manipulated to whatever the human that can harness it can create. So basically, all superhero abilities that you could think of, if they could come from some certain magical energy that humans can harness, then I would want that. and then I would focus. Then I would spend almost all day trying to harness a little bit of that energy just to have some kind of cool superhuman ability. That's probably what I would do. I would add a magical energy that people... Now, it wouldn't be some infinite type of magical energy where you could do unlimited amount of things, but, you know, but basically you could use it to, like, teleport and be super strong and increase your mental abilities, you know, something like that, you know. I don't mean, like, creating Cthulhu or whatever, summoning Cthulhu or whatever, or summoning some sort of demon or whatever, but something of that nature would be really cool if I could actually change the world that way. From a more realistic sense, probably a very cheap way to create lots and lots of healthy food so easily. Like, you just plant a seed and then after a few days or whatever, you got food or something of that nature, and probably some device that can actually recreate the taste of meat without killing any of the animals. I mean, ordinarily, I don't care, but if there was a way to create meat with the flavor of meat and it tastes exactly like the meat that you would kill an animal, I have a feeling that maybe a lot more people would be more willing to eat meat. And, you know, that would be kind of awesome, you know. So basically, there would be no point in choosing to be a vegetarian because, oh no, the animals, or vegans because, oh no, the animals, because then there would be this device that could create that meat. But I'm sure if there was magical energies, you could probably do that too. So whatever. What's in your fridge? Beer! No, I don't drink it, but there's beer in there. No, I'm kidding. There might be some alcoholic beverage in the refrigerator, but I don't drink it. So, from what I can think of, let's see, there's milk, there's some lunch meat, there's some tortilla shells, there's some cheese, cheddar cheese, ketchup, some fruit punch of some sort, you know, just foods, nothing exciting. I mean, sure, I could mention the head of some person that I killed, but I'm just kidding. That's not what's in the fridge. That's in the freezer. I'm kidding. I'm not a murderer. There would be no benefit for me killing anyone. Trust me. I'm not going to be a murderer at all. If you found $100, what would you do? Oh, either I would use that to get a microphone that's about $99. So hopefully so that when I'm recording videos, my voice sounds a lot better, or it could just sound exactly the same. And I'm like, why did I just spend $100 on this piece of crap? No, just kidding. But if I couldn't get a microphone, what I would probably do is get a nice $50 pair of headphones that are going to only last a couple of weeks, because it's what usually always happens when I get headphones. But and then probably the rest would probably for Steam. If it couldn't be any technology-based thing, I would just buy lots of candy and snacks and all sorts of goodies. So yeah, if that's at $1,000, it would be that much closer for me to getting that gaming computer that I would like to have. Alright, just one more question, then I need to go. What is your favorite holiday? Shoot. This one's hard. Oh man. I would technically argue that my favorite holiday happens to be Christmas, because that's a time where you can actually go to your go with family, and you could get presents and open them, and you can get like a little bit of money that, oh hey, you know, you could maybe get this particular item at the store because a lot of people gave you gift cards or money or whatever. So, and just hanging out. But I think any holiday where you can actually hang out with friends as well, because Christmas isn't one of those holidays where you can only hang out with your family, or whatever. At least some of my friends, they only hang out with their family on Christmas. They don't really have any time to hang out with me, or they don't have the opportunity to hang out with me because they basically only hang out with their family, and because of their the way they treat Christmas, it's like some sort of special day. But I like also holidays where you can just hang out with people. that aren't necessarily a family, but I prefer Christmas the best. All right, this is the last question just because I want to answer it, but what would you be doing if you were not here right now? Feeding the cats? What kind of weird question is that right now? What would you be doing if you were not here right now? Oh, well, gee, I don't know. Depends on what my afterlife would look like, if that's what you meant. I thought that was going to be something different. I thought it said, I thought that question would ask, what would you like to be doing if you weren't here, or what would you rather be doing right now, or something of that nature. But no, what would you be doing if you were not here right now? Feeding cats, which is why I'm trying to end this video, because I have cats to feed. A whole crap load of cats to feed. Jeez, question. But to answer my own question of what I would rather be doing right now, what I'd rather be doing right now, basically, not that there's anything wrong with me making this video, but what I'd like to do is be able to have my own soundproof room, nice headphones, nice gaming computer, put my headphones on, record, just make a bunch of videos, edit and record and upload those, because that's the thing. I wouldn't take my $500 million and just use it just for me. Well, technically you could argue it would just be for me, but if I had a whole bunch of money, what I would do is I would set myself up so I could make videos pretty much 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day, edit the rest of the time, and then on the off days just upload them, like 4 videos a day possibly, and then publish 2 of them a day on YouTube. That's what I would rather be doing right now. If I could do anything in my life right now, it would be making videos, all kinds of videos for other people's amusement and benefit. That's what I would be doing, you know. Occasionally, I would take probably a few days off just to go out with all the money that I would have, hypothetically speaking, and go explore, go take pictures, but I would always record moments of it so I could upload it later on YouTube, you know. If I had the money and resources, I would definitely love to do live streams or whatever, but I don't have that many subscribers anyway, so my content is a little lacking as a result of not having very many subscribers. So hopefully in the future I will have a lot more fun doing these sorts of videos and make more videos, maybe upload more Pokemon videos, gaming videos, you know, just all sorts of things. So that's basically it. I'm all out of time. I have cats to feed, as you said. Sorry about the horrible lighting and stuff or whatever, but this isn't natural light by the way. This is a kind of a desk lamp sort of thing latched onto a piece of wood because it has one of those clamps or whatever. And so yeah, for some reason my camera always messes up. I save the settings, I have to fix the white balance, and this doesn't really look all that good anyway, so apologies, but thank you for watching this particular video. If you have any other questions for me to ask, go ahead and put them in the comment section below, and I will save them and I'll compile them, and then maybe sometime soon I'll create a mega video and answer these questions, you know. If I had a lot more subscribers who actually commented and stuff, I could do cool things like reading your YouTube comments, sort of like Jacksepticeye, because I think that would be so fun, you know. Why are you a pathetic loser? Oh, well, you see, I was born that way. You know, things like that. That would be really fun and awesome. But anyway, so this pretty much covers this particular question. Hopefully you got a little bit to know me better. Hopefully you got to know me a little bit better, and hopefully you're not turned off by me like a lot of people seem to be. Oh, it's that guy. Oh, well, I'm just gonna ignore him, because that's what I feel like a lot, you know. I made a funny joke on one of Markiplier's video, and I don't know if it got swallowed by a bunch of comments, but no one seemed to notice it. I thought it was hilarious, but that's just me. So anyway, thank you for watching, as I've said. So I don't know what my next video is going to be, but thank you for watching. Um, uh, I'm going to hopefully upload some more gaming videos later or whatever. So I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. Yeah.